there for a moment. I mean, if you just left after all this, I would be super surprised. Okumura, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're truly amazing. I'll do anything I can to give you a great time, okay? Ah, thanks. Okay, everyone. I think that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remembers tonight's assignment, right? Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over to me once more. Okumura, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my metacore writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside of me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way my mind wanders back and forth between three girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. I'll be happy spending every day after school in a literature club. Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. It's very strange. You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? Sure. Oh. Nice poem. Yep, only two wait. There's no option for okay, yeah, you can't do it for Monica, I know that. So I know the biggest words for her. It's pretty easy. And I think out of all of these agonizing, I don't want to use marshmallow because that's not something she would do. Cage, yeah. Fuck, okay. Depression. Unstable. Anxiety. Misfortune. Rain cloud. Oh, fuck me. Okay. Desire. So basically any very indirect word. Judgment. Existence. Heaven sent. Sensation. Ambient. Insight. There we go. Pretty much all for Yuri. As per you. Oh, something changed. Something changed. Ooh, that's fucking spoopy. I just saw something in my, in the Doki files. Instantly, a text document came up that's 1 kilobyte. It says, "Can you hear me?" Let me read this. There's a little devil inside all of us, beneath their manufactured perception. Their artificial realities, writing twisted mess of dread, loathing judgment, elitism, self-doubt, all thrashing to escape the feeble. All I did was untie the knot. Holy shit. That's pretty fucking spoopy there. Okay. I don't have a way to show you guys because I'm using Fraps right now to record this, but it's very strange that they just, like, certain things just get triggered and pop up like a text document. Hey again, Okumura. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I can keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Oh, whoa, okay, alright. Starting off with some... Thanks for keeping your promise, Okumura. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Oh, she peered... That's a little strange. She seems smaller than all the other sprites. And for one, these guys look a lot bigger. And she's going over the text box. Okay. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. I'm sorry, Okumura. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Ooh, she opened up her collar, I think. Or no, she just removed her hand. I'm a fucking idiot. Now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have an interest in picking up a book to read. Well, can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now, so it only feels right for me to do so. Do something like that, if you ask. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like it. Well, as a vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. Why do I feel like the sprites are way closer in, or something? I enthusiastically take the book. Phew, well you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing about what you think. Yeah, she was more zoomed in and then the screen was tilted. That's a little strange. I really need to look out for shit, because this is starting to get real subliminal up in this bitch. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. That doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression while... Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. But at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent me. Worse than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Ah, crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance, our eyes meet. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in the book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed it in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? I want to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason, just curious. How come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... That's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's the story about anyway? Well, I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front of the book. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. Hold on a second. Hold the fuck on a second. I feel like that wasn't the same explanation she gave me last time. And also, human experiment prison. That makes me think of Outlast. That gives me strong Outlast vibes. Alright. And the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse as they start selectively breeding, people cut off their limbs and affixing them to... Oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm already into it. The book, I mean. Not the thing about the limbs. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from out of nowhere. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Okumura? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Dude, that sounds so like the doctor from fucking Outlast. This is giving... Was that just a reference, or is this going to tie into Outlast? I think your boy Antonio, he was just on the podcast. He was telling me that this story ties into Outlast. I'm not sure if it does, but that is a very, very spooky little thing that ties into it. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that this kind of story, this kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. Okay. Good thing I didn't just give up at the Sayori hanging. Then suddenly... I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost any interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, my whole body gets I forget to pay attention to other people. Ooh. I'm sorry if I end up saying anything strange. Please stop me if I just start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. Least I can do is listen. It's a literature club, after all. Well, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? I mean, you don't have to, but what are you saying? Let me just get the book. Quickly, I retrieve the book that I had to put into my bag. Right, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Ah, yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. Just something I'm not very used to. That's reading with company of someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not particularly a bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just bathing in the... I couldn't read that fast enough, but... Okay. I'm guessing that was bathing in the blood of someone. This is getting strange. Very strange. Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, alright? I slide my desk until it's right up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean it in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book opened. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm and on the right side of the book. That way I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page? Ah, sorry. I got a little distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know if I'll be able to keep up with her. Oh, that's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition? I probably fucked that word up. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning the page, it almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side, as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little. No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all that. That's what you were talking about. Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her. Something else. Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet. So I don't know what came into my head. Yuri, are you feeling alright? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... Am I breathing? Yuri puts her hand on her chest, as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Things are getting a little laggy for some reason. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Okumura. Did something just happen now? I have no idea. Well, let me check this. Nothing has changed. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything? Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh, no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I just figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. I guess Monica? I should start with Monica. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem, and I want her to know I'm putting effort in. Hi, Okumura. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Okumura. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Okumura. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is totally detached from reality. I don't mean it like it's a bad thing, though. Sometimes I get the impression that she's she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Like earlier. I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly the door opens. Yuri, I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, I started sharing our poems with each other. Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm glad that you took all the time you needed. Alright. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should get to my poem now. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims not to be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it. But he was looking at me, confused. I frantically glanced around my surroundings. But my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. Hole in the wall. Okay. Okay, it's... I feel like that might be about Okumura. So what do you think? It's very free form, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany. Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, because it's kind of coming on strongly. Yeah, maybe after everyone's better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. You try harder to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot... Okay, yeah. Already read that. Yuri, I guess, huh? As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri covers her mouth, then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experiences do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicate you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Well, it's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Yuri stares blankly at me, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just mean, Yuri trails off to find an excuse. She traces her fingers along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick up a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Alright, I get it. Alright, Natsuki can be a bit biased though. How about biased how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry, it's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, me, or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. Timely, it must be... Okay, Okay, yeah, this is just the same one as last time. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But you took a long time to read. Well, I don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I want to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into Ghost, Yuri? Actually the story isn't about Ghost at all, Kumura. Really? You must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their thought. Okay, yeah. In that case, the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to the ghost. Lingering last remains, place of comfort, unable to go to the past, and soon to be left with nothing. There's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Okumura. Me too. Now on to Natsuki. Oh shit. What the fuck? Okay. Alright. That's not normal. Anything... No, nothing has changed. Okay, this is kind of... Okay. Your eyes just exploded. What harsh... What do you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put effort in. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about. Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I gotta share mine now, knowing you'll probably think it's stupid. Oh, here's client. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But it isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves. Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard, like in this poem. Seeing everything around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. I like I set it up for a rhyme at the end, but then just made it fall flat, I suppose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little bit more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my metacore writing skills. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is literature club after all, I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monica is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. Ooh, something fucking changed. Okay, no, never mind. I'm just tripping. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch both of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clear about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for a suggestion, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monica liked it, and Okumura did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciated the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Okumura liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member. Yep. Natsuki? Fuck. I fucked up that. That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Okumura appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh, and how do you know that he appreciated my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Okumura started showing up. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. Taking out your own insecurities on others like that? Ooh. You really act as you look, Natsuki. You want to be edgy, bitch? Edgy? Sorry, my lifestyle is too much for someone of mental age to comprehend. See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know? If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing cute? The only thing about you is how hard you try. Well, be careful, you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad, you already do, don't you? Did you accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head? Yeah, go on. Let Okumura hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll he'll be head over heels for you after this. Suddenly Yuri turns towards me as if as if she just noticed I was standing here. Okumura, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. Okay, I can't read that. Fuck. Yuri? Okay. Yuri? Natsuki? Yuri? Suki? Yeah, Yuri. Hey Okumura. Why don't we step outside for a little bit, okay? Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? I can't even comfort my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if that makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'll be happy to spend time with you instead. Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. She quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri's rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms over her forehead. Yuri? I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did. Okumura, please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it tomorrow. Completely. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monika. You can go first, Monika. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm the vice president too, so please let me take that responsibility today. Kinda sounds like you don't want me to be around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Okumura. It would just be embarrassing with you listening. So I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble. Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay, well, Tenacious because the band Tenacious D, I like them. Frightening, let's just go with all her. Unrestrained, heartbreak, fuck. Unrequited, heaven sent, crimson, effulgent, grief, disoriented, misfortune, night groan, oh fuck, after image, sensation, let's go, extreme, okay, good. I kind of want to stop playing, but at the same time I really want to see where this goes. You know, let me save my game. Another day passes, and it's time for the club meetings already. I've gotten a little more comfortable over the past days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Well, welcome back, Okumura. Hi, Yuri. I'm not sure if it's me, or if it's just Yuri expression. But the weight of yesterday's quarrel still hangs in the air a little. Yuri glances over his shoulder, looking around the room. Natsuki is reading manga at a desk. Unsurprisingly, Monika isn't here yet. Suddenly, Yuri takes my arm and pulls me to the corner of the room. About yesterday, I really need to apologize. Nothing like that has ever happened before. And something just came over me, I guess. I wasn't acting mentally sound. Please don't think we're usually like this. Not just me, Natsuki as well. Okay guys, this is probably going to be a very long video, so I'm going to have to end it here. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this. This has been an absolutely fucking crazy episode of Doki Doki. I see why people are calling it a horror game now. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. My name's An Average American. If you like this video, leave a like. If I'm missing things, if I should have done something that I didn't do... Oh! New thing in the battle file. Hold up, my guys. Let me just read this for you. I hate this. I can't do anything. No matter how many times you play. It's all the same. It would be really, really easy to kill myself right now. But that would mean I don't get to talk to you anymore. All I want is for you to hate them. Why is that so hard? Okay, this is extremely fucking creepy. Because the data files keep changing randomly. And can you hear me? Happy thoughts. In the just a data file with all eyes. I think 12 times it is. Or probably like more than 12 times. But yeah, things are very fucking creepy right now. But thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, leave a like. Feel free to call me a flamboyant faggot in the comments. And yeah, anyways, peace out.